Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are a first-time viewer, I am Kyle and this is my channel Stitching in Sound. You may be asking, why do you call yourself that? Stitching in Sound? What does that mean? Well, I'm not telling you, so get over it. This is Flosstube number 15, so 8 plus 5 plus 2 is 15 because geometry or something. What do they say? They say something like that. Anyway, so if you were new to this channel, I'm surprised I've never introed like this before. If you were new to this channel, just be aware that I swear. So if you don't like bad language, then probably not the best place to be right now. But you know, I'll try to tone it down today. One of these days, I'm not going to swear in my videos because... Who am I kidding? That's not going to happen. Okay. Filming now because this might be the only time I get to film. There's a good chance that I might stop the video at some point and continue filming tomorrow. But you won't know because I'll be wearing the same thing because this is supposed to be my last video before Christmas. Except now you will know because I just told you. Okay. Alright. So... since last we spoke, I turned 25. How does it feel? Well, I think I'm to that age where I'm gonna be honest. I forgot it was my birthday till about a week and a half prior when I'm like, oh yeah, I've got a birthday coming up. I'm only 25. I shouldn't be having these thoughts. This year was actually the most I ever did for my birthday in probably the last, well, since I was 21. I didn't even really go out for my 21st birthday. We went to go eat, and I had my first legal drink. And you know what sucks? When I went to go buy alcohol, like in a convenience store on that day, they didn't even card me. What the fuck was the point of being 21? Anyway, 25, it was great. I originally didn't have any plans. I told one of my coworkers that it was my birthday the next day, and they're like, we're gonna do something. And so we went and did something. We just went to go eat, and then went out to the bars, and ended up being a really fun night. I had to open at 4:30 the next morning, though, so that part wasn't too good. Anyway. Let's see here. What else is new? I've got some very exciting news, but I'll save that for a little bit. Probably my best present, if you follow me on Instagram, probably the best present I got on my birthday was my idol. And if you've watched my videos, especially, I think it said my 5th video or 3rd video, Patti Smith, poet, writer, punk rocker, musician, my idol. Her book, Just Kids, literally changed my life. I posted on one of her Instagram posts saying, hey, it's my birthday and I just want to let you know how much you mean, you know, how much you've impacted my life. She told me happy birthday. I was elated. I was totally elated. I was happy all day. Nothing ruined my mojo. Not mojo. That's just something else. Nothing ruined my mood that whole day that I can recall. It was a good day. I had a great birthday. So yes, this is going to be most likely my last video before Christmas, hence why I'm wearing my... Well, you can't even see my Christmas sweater. You can barely see it. And it's also in like a 2XL. So it's like I'm swimming in it, but it's Christmas. Bitches. I love this sweater. Because I went to... Every Christmas, I go to my aunt's on my dad's sides, and last year, there was an ugly sweater contest. I didn't have an ugly sweater. But luckily my uncle was wearing the same one, but they accidentally ordered 2. And he's like, hey, wear this other one. I'm like, okay. And he's like, you can have it. Awesome. So I wore it, now I've got it. just take a look at it. Okay. So, shoutouts. I've got a couple. One I've shouted out before. Two I've mentioned before, but no, wait, I'm gonna do three. Two I've never mentioned before. Two I have mentioned before. One I have and then one. Math is hard, okay? Okay. So, new Flosstuber. She is already known for her punch needle and cross-stitch designs. Teresa Coggett, she has a new Flosstube under Creative Whims. I will link that below. I love her. She's as of today put out 3 videos, and she's kind of hesitant that first one, like we all are, and it's just already by her 3rd one, she's awesome. I love it. She seems like a fun person to hang out with, much like everybody else. Next one. I don't know why I'm just now shouting her out. Probably because okay, everybody knows who Jan Hicks is. I don't know why I'm just now watching her videos, because it's been long overdue. And I love her videos. I, like, binge watched all of them on my day off last week. I felt really bad that I hadn't watched any of her videos before, even though I knew who she was and knew she made videos. Don't ask me why I'm just now getting to them, but I love her dearly. And she just moved to Hawaii, and I'm kind of jealous. I'll get there someday. Publishers Clearinghouse. I'm going to win Publishers Clearinghouse, and I'm moving to Hawaii. Goals. Okay. And then I've watched her for a while. Can't believe I'm just now shouting her out, because she's so sweet and so just so lovely. It seems like nobody knows how to pronounce her name except for her. So some people call her Yani or Yani. Some people for some reason call her Nani, even though there's no N at the beginning of her name. But she pronounces it as Yani. So that's the only time I'm going to try to pronounce it that way. But I love her dearly. I love her Instagram, all of her posts, all of her videos. Sometimes she's got crazy and funny sound effects in her videos that just kill me. And I love her dearly. So I gotta let her know that I shouted her out. Because I don't know if she watches my videos or not. I don't even know if she's aware that I make videos. She almost has to. No, she doesn't. But anyway, she does a lot of mirabilias. That's why I love her so much. And then... okay, I've never shouted her out. I've mentioned her before. But I think me mentioning her is kind of overdue. Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. I was watching her recent video, and she's just got such a relaxing... she's got one of those voices that you could just listen to, because it's so... I don't know, it's just so relaxing to listen to her. And she just seems like the sweetest of souls. And she just finished a lavender and lace, which I don't know if it was her oldest whip that she's ever had, but she said it was a 20-year-old whip. I think it was Autumn Angel, I think it was. Oh my god. And just... she's only going to be doing Blackbird designs next year, and she has so many. And in my mind, I'm just thinking, I can't process doing that much. More power to her. Lisa, you rock. She's also, well, I don't know if she's doing the stitch along for the Hanna Sanderson sampler anymore, but that, you know. Hey, you know what? To each their own. I'm not even sometimes doing my own stitch along, so it's whatever, you know. And then finally, I've shouted this one out before, and I'm only shouting her out because she mentioned me in one of her videos recently, and I just about frickin' died. Cross Stitch with Luda. I love Luda so much. And I love talking with her, and like I message her on Instagram a lot, and it's like no big deal. But the moment she like mentioned me on her one of her videos, I melted. I was dying. Hardcore fangirling again, you know. But I love her videos, and she called me funny. Biggest compliment ever. Someone can call me funny. I like to think I'm funny. I might overdo it sometimes. But I'd like to think I'm funny. Okay. So, big news. Big news. I maybe shouldn't have said that the Patti Smith thing was the best birthday present I got. So let me tell you a story. Before I go out with my friend, you know, I'm talking with her on the phone, and I see that I got a new email. And so I look at my email, and I didn't open the email, but you know how when you open, you know, when you have your emails up, you can sort of read the preview line. And I read the preview line before I saw who it was from. It said that I had an invoice for quite a bit of money. But and then I saw who sent me the invoice. And I'm just thinking to myself, I know I recognize this store, but I've never bought anything from them. And I thought maybe I got something from one of the stash unload groups, and they run this shop, and they might have accidentally sent me this amount of money. You know, they might have misplaced a decimal point. But it just kept egging at me that I know, and you're asking yourself, why aren't you opening the email yet? I'm a sucker for suspense. When the suspense is terrible, I want it to last. And so I'm just looking at it, and the store is Keepsakes. And I am pondering to myself before I open the email for a good 5-10 minutes. And I'm on the phone with my friend. I'm like, hold on, I gotta think for a second here. Because I know of Keepsakes. But I don't know where I've heard that before. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna open it. And the first thing I see is a big red banner that says StitchCon. Y'all, I'm going to StitchCon. I was I was lactating so much by that point that, you know, I just had to message Steph. I'm just like, oh my god, and this is like, I couldn't have asked for a better birthday present. I'm not gonna be able to pay it right now, but you know, give me a week when I get paid and I'll pay it. Paid it a couple hours ago. Your boy's going to StitchCon. I am very excited. I don't know who I'm rooming with. I don't know how I'm getting there, but I'm gonna get there. And I hope if there's any Flosstubers going and is looking for someone to, because there's no point in me asking if any dudes are going, because probably only 5 are going, and I don't know them. So, if any of my close Flosstuber friends out there, Linda, wants to room, just let me know. So I'm very excited. I'm kind of worried about my anxiety, though, because from 150 last year to 400 now, that's a lot of people. And I'm surprised at myself sometimes how well I do with big crowds, but at least I know I will be with my quote-unquote people. I'll be with my people. I'll be okay. It'll just be a little overwhelming there for a bit, but I'm very excited to meet Pam and Steph, McKenna, I'm sure there are others that are going to be there that I just don't know. Linda's going to be there. Debbie's going to be there. Debbie Bernheisel is going to be there. Very excited. And there's going to be like 395 other people that are going to be there. I know I'm forgetting people. Anyway. So I'm very excited about that. It was definitely a birthday present to be remembered. And so I am very, very excited. Okay. And one last thing I just want to mention. So moving on to that. Sorry, I'm bad at transitions. I tell Michelle that all the time. I don't know her. New subject. No transitions. On Stitch Mania, I think a week or two ago, I was just curious, because I wanted to see what everyone's unicorns were. And oh my god, the amount of... I think it's close to 1,000 comments. It might be a little over 900 comments now. Oh my... The unicorns that people are looking for are just wow. And to see comments of people being like, hey, I have this, send me your address and I'll send it to you, that just warms my heart, because we have great people in this community, and I love each and every one of them, give or take a couple. But it was really nice seeing all the stitchy kindness happening in that post. Bad news for me, though, because I have a new unicorn. And I think at first I didn't want to call it a unicorn, but I think it's safe for me to call it a unicorn now. It was a limited edition printing of a Hands Across the Sea samplers, the Uffendale sisters, and an Isabella. A lot of people were saying that was their unicorn. And it was after this post where I became absolutely obsessed with looking at everything Hands Across the Sea had to offer. And I want the Uffendale sisters so bad. That could be taken out of context if you started the video at the wrong point. So I was worried I was going to get a new unicorn in that time. But, it is what it is. Speaking of unicorns, and we're going to go right into haul, because, alright, y'all know the Hanna Sanderson sampler that I've been working on, which I will show in a bit. That was a unicorn of mine, and then somebody let me know that they were reproducing it. Before it was reproduced, the only way you could find it was in 3 needleworker magazines between 1998 and 1999. And the people that I had talked to said it took them years to track down all 3 magazines. So I got curious a couple of days ago, about a week or two ago, and just for shits and giggles, I put the Hanna Sanderson sampler in the search bar on eBay. And I found a listing for all 3 of the needleworker magazines that have the Hanna Sanderson sampler in them. It was after I shared this with people that people started calling me the King of Unicorns. I am starting to believe it, because I've got all of the out of prints. I got my Mother Earth Dimensions kit, Sleeping Beauty, and I justified buying these because, like I said, When the Hannah Sanderson sampler became a unicorn, at that time it was not reproduced into the booklet that, you know, you can get readily available now. It was only these magazines that you could find it in. So me justifying my purchase was that these magazines were actually the unicorn that I was after. And it's amazing how some people took them months, years to find these. I found it in 2 minutes. It wasn't a separate listing for all three. It was all in one bundle for a decent price. I got it. And now, if you're kind of hesitant, oh, King of Unicorns, I don't know. Remember my last video, how I said, you know, after Mother Earth's Dimension, that Dimension kit, the only really other hard-to-find Dimensions kit I'd be after would be the Scarlet Wizard. I found it, and I got lucky finding this one. Somebody was having like a 40% off Cyber Monday deal. This so happened to be one of the things they were selling. I made them an offer because it is kind of beat up, and I didn't want what they were offering for it because it's not used, but it's beaten up. They took it. I got it. Don't know when I'm going to get to it, though. But, people have been looking for this one for a while, too. And I hate to gloat, but, I found it. Okay. Next bit of haul. 2 Mirabilias. Since my last video, when I showed all of the out-of-print Mirabilias, another one went out of print. And I didn't have it. And I was surprised that this one went out of print because I think this is a fairly popular one. Snow Days. This is Mirabilia number 29. I was very shocked this one went out of print because it seemed like a lot of people were stitching this. So, yeah, when I got, you know, a message from one of my friends saying, hey, Snow Days went out of print, better get that thing, I was shocked. Like, that was probably would have been one of the last ones I would have figured out of the first couple, you know, couple dozen to go out of print. So, and then I got a Christmas/birthday present from my lovely Bob Floss, Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts. She messaged me one day saying, hey, do you have this one? I'm like, no. She's like, okay, give me your address. I'm like, okay. Guardian Angel, Mirabilia number 72. Another one that I love it. This one has an ass ton of floss, though. And I thought Persephone had a lot. Oh my god. But isn't that one stunning? This one's beautiful. Once again, I am not religious. I just love anything angelic. Isn't this cute? I love it. I love it. Okay, and then, yes, there's more. There is some stuff I'm not showing just because I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting about it. Julie Gulf Coast Stitches. I had to make my first purchase there. And I'll show you why after I show this one. I got from her clearance vintage birds. Now, I'm not a bird person, but this one really tickled some fancies. Letitia, there's a peacock in this one. I don't know what these other birds are, but there's a bunch of them. Isn't that, I really like this one. I don't know when I'll ever get to it, but something about it said, yes, get me. And I'm like, okay. 2017, really? Oh, okay. Why does it look, I don't, you'll find that I talk to myself. Obviously, I'm making a video and I'm talking to people that will only see this after I get done making it. The real reason I ordered from Julie Gulf Coast Stitches this go-around, anyway. Like I said before, after my unicorn post, I became absolutely obsessed with Hands Across the Sea samplers, And I'll be damned if not a couple of days after my unicorn post, Julie messages me saying, hey, new Hands Across the Sea sampler. There were two of them that came out. Two of them came out. One was Mary Clayton, which didn't tickle really that many fancies of mine, but this one, yeah, yeah. When I saw this one's called Harriet Hartland, 1782. When I saw the picture of this one, I felt almost the exact same way I felt when I first saw my Hanna Sanderson sampler. Like, all the familiar feelings where I'm like, yeah, I need this. Isn't it just... Harriet was 10. I'm 25, and I don't even know what I'm doing with my... She's 10. I'm 25. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. She obviously had it figured out. I can't do it just because, you know? And I'll tell you what, it is just... I love just staring at it. And it came with a bookmark. The tassel on this is so velvety and silky. I love it. I will not be stitching this in silk because I am incredibly poor. So I think the DMC conversion will do just fine for me. I am thinking about getting the pre-cut fabric from Sassy Jacks. I plan on doing it in 32 count. I want this bitch to be gigantic. But I'm also getting a quote from another place for a custom cut to see if it'll be a little bit cheaper, but this will be in my 2019 plans, maybe. I'll get into that later. That was all my haul, except for one more thing, and I didn't do what I'm listening to at the beginning because this was my birthday present myself. And I've said many times what I'm listening to is Kate Bush. Well, I'll be damned if not, a couple of weeks ago, she announced that she's re-releasing all of her music. She remastered everything and is putting it all out in different parts. I got part 1 because everybody said that the first 4 albums definitely benefited the most from the remaster. Kate Bush in vinyl, remastered part 1. Remastered in vinyl part 1. I love her so much. And, I didn't think me listening to her was going to waver any, but then she announced that she's releasing new music, or not new music, but she's re-releasing her music, and I became very tickled. So just a quick run through of what albums are in these. Her debut, The Kick Inside, which unfortunately is misspelled on the side, so Kate, if you need anybody to edit your shit for you, please let me know. Lionheart. Just look at her just staring at you. Then her third album, Never Forever. This one sounds just amazing. And this one's got an inner gatefold. So did Lionheart? I don't know. And then finally, probably my favorite out of the first 4, The Dreaming. This one just sounds fucking phenomenal. Remastered. It's perfect. So that was my birthday gift to myself. And so was all the other stuff. But this is the only one I'm considering a birthday gift. Anyway. Okay. Let's move on to whips now. Well, let me show you the one that'll take the less to talk about. I've been working on this the past couple of days. Fairy Moon, Mirabilia. I got a shit ton done in the last 2 or 3 days. Did a lot. I mean, all of the wing is new. Like, all of that is new. Finished up some of, Did that help? Can you tell that I put something behind that? I don't know. Finished up some of the cloak here, or shawl, whatever the hell that is. This is done on 32 count linen in Midsummer Night from Under the Sea Fabrics. I need scroll rods because I do not want to move the Q-snap. It's going to be hard too because she's stitching up so fast. And yeah, I'm worried that, you know, when I move the Q-snap, all this loveliness is going to be wrinkled and stuff. I love it. Needleminder, compliments of Clayback Him. Worth it. I think people are home. I might need to pause for a little bit anyway. I think people might be home. Hold on. Hello everyone, I'm back. And in full-on skank mode. Because I figured I've got time. They're downstairs listening to music, so I need to get this finished. Hence why I'm now in contacts, and I don't have my Christmas sweater on anymore. So, I had one more thing to show you. And that was my Hanna Sanderson sampler. And I've got a page finish. I was so happy when I put in the last little bit down here. Hard part is out of the way. I'm done with the words. I'm very, very excited. I'm thinking though, because if you read the booklet, they're not totally positive what these initials mean. They think it's all her family members. But then there's this ER here. I want to sign my piece in some way. I'm thinking about frogging the E and replacing it with a K. How's that sound? Hold on. Sorry, had to let the cat out. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Like, I want to stay as close to the original sampler as possible, but that might be one way to sign this piece. What do you guys think? Replace the E with a K? But yes, I'm so happy. I'm really excited to get to page 5, which is going to be the middle of the sampler. Only because there's no border in the middle of the sampler. One last look. Oh my god. Love it. So that's all I've got to show. Plans for 2019, and then I gotta get the fuck out of here because I don't want anybody to think I'm crazy talking to myself. Plans for 2019. Simple answer is I don't have any. A little bit extended answer is that I want to try to finish all of my whips that I have. So Athena, Fairy Moon, Sleeping Beauty, which is, yeah, that's a different story. Some of the kits that I have started, I want to work more on my Hade. And They Send. I want to go as long as I can without kitting up a new project. The only things I plan on buying are any new Mirabilias and any DMC that I may run out of. The only thing I plan on starting, that for sure I'm going to start next year, is Harriet Harland, because I'm just drawn. I need it. This one, Hanna Sanderson will definitely be finished. This is definitely going to be a finish next year. Fairy Moon, definitely going to be a finish next year. Sleeping Beauty, Athena, maybe. And They Sinned, I don't think it'll be a finish, but I definitely want to work on that one more next year. I really want to finish my Magnificent Wizard kit. Not the one I showed today, but the one I've shown in the past. But yeah, if I have any new starts, it'll be what I've already got. So any of the kits that I have, or Mother Earth or Scarlet, you know, one of those. So I didn't think I was going to be part of the, you know... Wait, are they doing no starts in 2019, or are they only stitching from stash in 2019? I'm just hoping to stitch from stash in 2019. I am going home for Christmas. I'm getting a week off work, thank God. I look weird. Do I look creepy? I'm sorry. And... I plan on taking Athena home with me. I haven't worked on that one since... I don't know when. It's been a while. Other than that, I've got nothing else. I really hope you can't hear the music in the back, because that would suck. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to end it here, because I feel like you guys can't really hear me. I'm going to end it here. I will see you guys next year. I've got a Christmas gift from my mother that I plan on showing you guys once she gets it, just in case she discovers I have one of these. But I hope everybody has the happiest of holidays. I will see you in 2019. I will see a lot of you at StitchCon. And yeah, that's about it. Okay. So, keep being amazing. Let those fucks fly. And say no to acid. Okay, bye.